Hey guys, what's up? Magical Girls this month, and well, today we're going to cover something a bit different today. And that will be Magic rayearth Night. Magic Knight's rare. One sec. Oh yeah, that's how you pronounce it. Magic Knight's rayearth. I think that's how you pronounce it because really, who puts Ray and Earth together? Rayearth? I think that's how you pronounce it anyway, or you're supposed to pronounce it differently. Maybe I'll make a follow-up if I continue the series, talk about this, but first of all, we're gonna now, created by clans, the same girls who made Card Captor Sakura, which I also have reviewed at least the first 2 seasons of, aka I only covered 2 seasons. I might cover season 3 one day and just say I thought it was also pretty good. So yeah. Let's start with the development of Magic Knight rayearth, the series before Card Captor Sakura's existence. So during the celebration of the publishing of shonen novels, which clans had illustrated, the group asked by editor for Japanese show, basically towards the girls every other week, and for the manga magazine Nakayoshi to do a series for the magazine. Yeah, chief and staff have wanted to create a story that could appeal to elementary readers and owners, while class wishes to bring more young audience without the group decided to add in robots, because add in basically robots, but more particularly mechas, and they formed in the robot anime. They found out the robot animes as well as RPGs, which is popular because Japan loves it at the time. Because Japan at the time, it was popular in Japan at the time, and fantasy, to combat the balance of the robots, they just decided they would feel off-putting alone and whatnot. So they decided to look at the magazine's success and looks with magical girls, Sailor Moon in particular, and decided, that'll be a great idea. Let's go make a magical girl mecha series. And a friend of Class Illusion also creating rares, part of the title. And Class was the complete basic idea of the plot for the name. So they draw on name characters. Is that feeling that they will be interesting, memorable characters apparently, who are other words have difficulties learning of means like something like that. A Japanese word saying of Japanese writing system, and yeah, I'm not gonna talk about it because I want to get this. And inclusion of giant robots gives some difficulty as of massive scales and whatnot and everything else, and a lot of history with the robot mecha thing and whatnot. I'm just gonna look it up. And there was an interview with that one, but I feel like I should recommend just looking it up. I'm also going to say secondly is that and yeah, you know what? I'll just talk about when we're going to talk about the intro sequence. So, so yeah, I should just turn this off. I really need to get a better speaker later. Let's talk about Magic Knight rayearth. So we begin with the intro sequence, which I admit it's got to be relaxing as well as action-packed with this intro sequence. We see our main leads, we see the villains, we see a lot of it, and pretty much the actions, set pieces and whatnot, and stuff we're gonna see later. And the last part we see is obviously the mechas. Yeah, unfortunately we never going to get to the point of the mechas until 20 or so episodes later, I believe, because I haven't watched that much of the show so far, and yeah. And yeah, I don't know how long we're gonna get to the mechas. I might also watch a bit of filler as well, just maybe just to ease my mean time though. Excuse me. So yeah. So yeah, good intro sequence though. I feel like it may take a long time or so to get to the mecha, them getting the mechas as. Yeah, and as well, I might also skip a bit of filler because I tend to skip filler because I want to get my more of the get on with it guy. So yeah, intro sequence was pretty good. So yeah, the episode starts with, well, we start in the forward bubbles and yeah, inside inside whatever place with water, apparently with bubbles. I wouldn't say that way, so why not? But a glowing thing. We see it's Princess Radiant, who prays for it. Who prays to get knights from another world. Oh. Anyways, the first episode. Born of the legendary magic knights. We get to Tokyo in 1994, where we're in the Tokyo Tower. And is it me, or do I always consider... Tokyo Tower. I feel like I want to say, yes, I have been to Japan. On my last day, I saw the Tokyo Towers. Even I saw a Lego replica of it when I was in Legoland's Japan area. And I admit, is it me, or does the Tokyo Tower yeah. And I always see Tokyo Tower, from my point of view, as a Japanese version of the Eiffel Tower. Am I the only one who sees it? Is it? Yeah, pretty much. They kind of look similar in terms of... Yeah. Minus the coloring scheme and the insides, as well as marketing, building, storage, as well as maybe a bit of the height. But yeah, I still see it as basically Japanese version of the Eiffel Tower. It's my opinion, and please don't hate me if I say something a bit offensive to any Japanese or friends. I'm just stating facts, and I'm just saying, to be honest, it does look like that. So yeah, I hope no one's offensive. I'm just saying. Name, by the way. Anyway, back to the review. So yeah, we get to our three main protagonists. Which Rikura Ishuru. I'm sorry if I butcher any of these names because I don't speak Japanese, to be honest, and I watched this from the dub, by the way. And then able to see, and then shocking moment that she doesn't have any quarters. And for some reason, this show really, for some moments, including comedy moments, as what I see so far, I already have watched up to episode 5, and every time, like, when they make a joke, they just randomly just draw everything into a chibi. I don't know if this was also in the manga, because I haven't read it, as I don't read mangas that often, but seriously, imagine if I make a joke where I just suddenly just turn into a minifigure for some reason. Apparently I'm a minifigure now, right now. I'll just turn back real quick. You see? It's just feels weird when you just randomly just made a joke and suddenly the entire universe. Seriously, imagine if the entire universe, when you're gonna make a joke, like the area, the entire world, or at least the area, everyone would just turn into minifigures just to make a joke. Here, watch, one sec. Oh, wait. I forgot to pause the recording earlier. Okay, one sec. Just want to get copyright in case I forget to pause or something, but, Hey guys, have you heard about one of the planes? And then, multiple laughter happens. Yeah, it just feels so weird, I don't get how the jokes work in the show if everyone just randomly just turning into chibis. And yeah, seriously, it's kind of weird how I just, as much as I find the show funny, it just feels so weird that everyone just randomly just turns into a chibi. Maybe or something in some moments, just for comedic laughs or something. And maybe that's my opinion, but it just feels odd in a sense. Anyways, you can find in the quarters. And then we get to Fu offering... Then we get to... Fu... Yuhajia, my kind girl, and Uma Ryuji, Ryujikai, I think that's how you pronounce it, yeah, I think that. Who, well, is the other rich girl. Oh, yeah, and yeah, they all take different schools apparently. They judge by looking at their clothing. And then suddenly a bright light happens and Princess Alice. And I'm just gonna further Princess's review. Suddenly took them all into another world. Yeah, and then took them all into another world, and also suddenly we get to a brief Yeah, I just don't get the chibi show. I just don't get why the show just goes random chibis whenever a random moment happens. Am I the only one who just doesn't get most of these scenes? Anyway, it's just fish. Yep, and one sec. Is this an isekai real quick? One sec. I need to bring up one of my older things I actually save in case I want to do an edited version or something, but wait, is this an isekai? Then quickly check it on Wikipedia and... Oh, yeah. Yep, it's an isekai. Yeah. I'm covering a Magical Girl series, and it's an isekai. No, I don't hate isekais. I might make a month dedicated to isekais, the overused genre and whatnot. One of anime's favorite genres to overuse. I will just do that sooner or later, but maybe one day I'll do a review on it, but still. So after that, we get to that. Save the and yeah. We get to, well, admittedly a funny joke. Seriously. And then, yeah, they get to introductions, and, well, apparently they're all 14-year-olds. Apparently they're all age 14, apparently. Saved by the fish. Anyways, the fish returns, and we get to, well, a character named Clef. Yep. Yeah, he's gonna be less important in the show. He's just there, to be honest. Since, to be honest... Yeah, you can... I'll tell you later. Meanwhile, we get to our main antagonist of the series. And yeah. Yeah, we get to our main villains. So just remind myself what their names are again. High Priest Sarah, and High Priest Sarah, and his other two, and his the servant who we want. I'm with him for. Yeah. Anyway, he sends one of his monsters to attack, and yeah, Clef and everything else, and also a giant spider. Apparently, a giant spider. You know what? I don't feel like bringing that one joke up. Anyways, Clef just technically destroys him. Anyways, giving backstory of this place, Clefairia, I think, yeah, this is where the saying is. It used to be one peaceful place where every single humans and difficult creatures lived until High Priestess and, well, the princess kidnapping and turning air and monsters' existence. Clef and everything else is, yeah. Anyways, they embedded them with powers. Basically, I admit this sort of the transformation thing was there, and we get to a bit of the armor. I admit it looks half finished as well. Yeah, I admit they look alright, to be honest. It's almost half complete, as yeah, they were gonna upgrade 5 episodes later, and yeah. After giving flowers and being that. So basically, class summons the I forgot to mention earlier. Yeah, the trio then becomes magic knights right now. The class summons a dragon griff, hippogriff. They ride on it, and they could have just left behind. Apparently, they could have just, I don't know, you could have just ride on it to save his life, but just stayed and face one of the high priestess's enemies, and immediately just get destroyed. And immediately the top of the mountain gets destroyed, and him getting turned into stone. Yeah, this is why I don't care about real. Yeah, he's less important due to how he's just. Well, he just turned into stone. He's useless. Well, there goes he. Yeah, yeah, he was kind of pointless, to be honest. Just for a bit, because, yeah, he was only just there. Just only here for the first episode, just to get them his power, give them their powers, and then immediately just gets killed off, like, that easily. Anywho, yeah, and also we get to a lot of other stuff, and also facing one of the villains, and you could just use a flame arrow. First, use her first spell, a flame arrow. Flame arrow, then, well, so defeat the monster, and also, yeah, earlier they had one. They're going to head to the Forest of Silence. Also, yeah, which, if you don't know what this forest is gonna, I'll mention it in, I'll just mention it right now. It's a forest where, where, no, it doesn't have creepypastas. To be honest, when I hear something like this, I usually expect horror, supernatural, or creepypastas to be around this place. I know this is during the time when those people don't exist. But seriously, when I hear a place like that, it's usually something like, if I were to put it in modern day, it will look more like basically filled with what I described of the following things I described earlier. There, horror monsters. Actually, I'll just list. I'll try to go with this one now. Monsters, horror creatures. Here's an /characters. Here's silent creatures, Endermen, and yeah, there will be, and so on and so on. Yeah, pretty much that's what is going to be filled up if I dare go to a place. Yeah, I wouldn't want to go to when it does, anyways. But actually, which actually explained in the second episode, which. But actually, why is it called the Forest of Silence? Well, it's because you can't use magic there. Apparently that, and also it can be also tracked on the radar. Yeah, this explains a bit later, 1 or 2 episodes later, but still. Anyways, we get the end credit sequence, which I kind of find it funny, which is basically every character in there, and another character we'll not talk about until next episode. Until then, but. Anyways, we get to the second episode. Praise, the Master Smith in the Forest of Silence. Yeah, I don't know why you want to call yourself the Master Smith. Smith of what? Blacksmith? Goldsmith? Anyways, yeah. Anywho, after basically wandering around the Forest of Silence and whatnot and everything else, we get to some other monster and whatnot, and well, they found a secret passageway leading them, and the monster leads them. We get to then we get to Price, and we get to another character we'll actually go talk to. Also, yeah, it's kind of weird this plot twist, like Mokora, just basically just who just does this subtle just, and this suddenly just shows him just basically doing random shit like lock the kids in, and we get to Master Smith for priest. Yeah, I think that's her name. And also funny from also she doesn't know how to punish her pet aside from just pulling its ears, apparently. Doesn't know much of punishments. Yeah, and even to people. How is this even punishments? Like, we're doing this to me. And also, okay, minus the cooking people alive. Okay, that is just straight out cannibalistic when you think about that scene. Anywho, but I know this is a fantasy, but seriously, I don't think, bro. So, yeah, then the clay monster from earlier. Anyways, present and everything else, and while dealing with the clay monster. By the way, yeah, after a funny RPG scene and whatnot, they decided, Priest decided why not to give them weapons. Yeah, giving 14-year-old weapons to defend himself, but then again, this is an RPG, so why not? And unfortunately, they can use magic here. Like I said earlier, this is a Forest of Silence, and we all know why they can use magic and how they can use magic again afterward. So yeah, they decided to grab weaponry infused by element called Tasia, I believe that's it. Yeah, using raw material. Oh, Escar, though. I think that's how you pronounce that. Oh, sorry. I really need to write these scripts before. I really need to announce this off of do scripts or something whenever I can review these. So yeah, being this thing that basically, if you don't know this material, it's basically where if you use a weapon so much, you get. It's a material that will level. It's kind of like that would also grow stronger in that. Kind of like what if you use a maybe that's kind of mentioned that RPG having something similar, where having your weapon level up with you, too. So yeah, they also choose the weapons in the mine. So for those wondering, Hura gets it's a sword. Uma gets a fence, and Furu gets a bow and arrow. So I admit, yeah, and we get to battle. And they immediately fight. I admit the fight sequence with them fighting, dealing with this monster, and I do really like the creative ways how they deal with the monster and whatnot. Anyways, after defeating the monster by, well, distracting in water and everything else. Anyways, and also it also revealed they can also restore their weapons between, well, this thing where they got from the same, or just watch it we're using to cast magic. I don't know, I forgot all these things. So yeah, there's a sword, the rest of the night, so they can go on an adventure to basically stop. Yeah, the episode ends, yeah, I'm just gonna call the Master Smith. Leave the Master Smith, and yeah, they left so they can see. So yeah, pretty much the end of that. So the first episode was mostly a nice little introduction and, well, at least established a bit of lore. The second episode just, well, basically just established their weaponry they'll be getting. Yeah. And now the third episode, Fear, this handsome, mysterious swordsman. So after basically a recap of the first two episodes, and also also they kind of bring for more throughout the entire adventure, to be honest. Yes. Yeah, they pretty much just where they immediately just use mostly their weaponry throughout the entire episode. And I admit, I do like the finisher and type attacks, and I admit the action sequence with the weaponry does, I admit, cool, as well as the slicing thing. And yeah, also, yeah, Yeah, Manuel's been leading to a lot of danger, but then leads to some guy, and then we get to for. Also, most of the instances and since most of these characters' names are literally just put. Wait, oh yeah, right. Alright, this is made by Clan, so I gotta go with a feminine voice. Alright, we're gonna make something based like, okay, let's go name our characters after cars. Agree. Okay, no offense, I'm not, you gotta realize it. Saying I'm trying to make good jokes, and I'm just trying to make jokes. Oh wait, I'm sorry if I don't get several references, since usually some of these many of the characters' names are based either taken or related to cars, apparently. Yeah, because despite being a fantasy series, they just decided why not to reference cars. Oh well. No, let me explain this character for a little bit, and... Alright, actually no, let's not go there. Anyways, Mara is, despite being this, going to be saying throughout the entire thing, and... Well, to be honest, I feel it's a bit less annoying, to be honest. Was anyone's able to stand with her again? Oh well. Anyways, you see for this gem doorhead glow, and anyway, just sounds loads of food. Yeah, like at first when I saw the scene, I thought they just turned him to a bunch of food, but just summons the food, as well as summoning a place to stay. Later, able to summon a place to stay, apparently, for the night. Apparently. Wow! How in the... No, one sec. Alright, sorry, I had to deal with my... It's kind of loud outside, so, So, yeah, we get to... So, Food decided why not to... Well, Food is a gift. If you... Food and for the night and everything else. For the and well, yes, I have been using that, and it's also been helping for a bit. It's me. Oh yeah, I didn't cover much of the character because so far I don't see. Aside from also being a young, able to wield a sword that looks kind of a cutlass, apparently, I believe. Even well, he's nice to Food because well, character development and soon to be level up, interesting for soon. But anyway, when they were walking around, they recently found was a random stone. And then, well, explain what's all the monsters. First explains that this is where all the monsters created, and well, yeah, and also Food is basically a guy who doesn't know what a truth or a lie is. What and well, just being kind of this medieval guy who doesn't know much. Anyways, yeah, they had a plan of one of the two. Then with distract while where it would be distraction. Well, it will destroy the crystal. We cannot destroy the crystal due to this power, and we get to Food who just one shot in the crystal, destroying it and turning everything back to normal, and well, able to use their magic again. Anyways. So yeah, and also I'm allowed to use magic is allowed to use it again, as well as being on the radar again. So yeah, we get to a little romance between these two. Oh yeah, we get to romance between Fro and Fu, which I assume we'll meet him again in some episode. Please know I haven't watched much of the show as of. So yeah, he leaves and we never see him again for I don't know how long. I haven't seen much of the show yet. And potential love interest and whatnot. Anyways, that also ends with the villain knows seeing now that the Forest of Silence is now being shown, and well, that's the episode end. So far, the show is pretty good so far. I admit the character development is there and everything else, and we get to learn a little bit more. So, yeah, I'm also going to cover the rest of the show one sec. One sec. Sorry, it's something from... It's sort of there as an introduction, and really... And well, I feel like I did like episode The first two was also, 3 is also pretty good, and well, yeah. So that should be done. So next time we're going to a Magical Girl series that is fan service galore. One sec. I need to rephrase that again and try again with this way. Next time we're going. Okay, let's try it again with our next time. Next time we're going to go in a weird Magical Girl series filled with violence and fan service. Till then.